And you just heard David mention something, and it's where I want to start with Jonathan Turley, law professor at GW University and Fox News contributor. This was Elena Kagan asking about who should decide this for the whole nation. Can we watch that?
Why should a single state have the ability to make this determination, not only for their own citizens, but for the rest of the nation?
Because Article 2 gives them the power to appoint their own electors as they see fit. But if they're going to use a federal constitutional qualification as a ballot access determinant, then it's creating a federal constitutional question that then this court decides, and other courts, other states, if this court affirms the decision below, determining that President Trump is ineligible to be president, other states would still have to determine what effect that would have on their own state's law.
What's your read of the question and the answer?
Well, I think that the advocates for disqualification probably expected a cold reception, but this was perfectly glacial. I mean, the problem for Jason Murray is that his toughest questions came from the left of the court. Many people have been saying how the conservatives are going to sandbag this entire appeal and how they have to look deeply within themselves. Many of the toughest questions were coming from Justice Jackson and Justice Kagan. And Justice Jackson notably kept on raising this first question, which is, perhaps the presidency is just not covered by this provision. And she has always taken a particular interest in the 14th Amendment and had said, you know, it's plausible that he was not. And some of the other justices raised the fact that the 14th Amendment was designed to take power away from the states. And yet, as Chief Justice Roberts said, you are curiously finding that there's a provision here that radically expands that power. And that seems to go against the entire tenor and purpose of the 14th Amendment. This was really a tough going. Jason Murray did as good a job as he could do, but I imagine he wanted to do everything short of pulling the fire alarm at one point, because he was just getting hit from all sides in this argument.
I mean, at one point I was watching this and I said it felt more like a congressional hearing than a discussion at the U.S. Supreme Court. I mean, it was pretty interesting, and no politics involved, just lots of big personalities with big questions. Amy Coney Barrett then kind of backed up with her own questioning, that whole point about, can one state really decide this issue for the whole nation? That seemed to be a hinge point.
It did, and they really did play out the implications of this. And this is where I think Murray had a very hard time. These were questions that were hitting him below the waterline. And he didn't have a really good answer for it. Every one of them, including some of the liberal justices, kept on coming back and saying, how are we going to handle this? You can have different states applying different standards. A number of the justices said, what's even our review? Do we have to accept what Colorado did? Because even their own justices said that there was no due process here. Some of them raised the fact that they relied on this professor who said that he could divine meaning in coded terms from Trump's speech. And the justices, a couple of justices referenced that and said, is this going to be the record we deal with? What are we supposed to deal with? How are we supposed to review that going forward if we've got a dozen states doing this?
Hey everyone, I'm Emily Campagno. Catch me and my co-hosts Harris Faulkner and Kaylee McEnany on Outnumbered every weekday at 12 p.m. Eastern, or set your DVR. Also, don't forget to subscribe to the Fox News YouTube page for daily highlights.